In this lesson, we're going to be adding some visual feedback for when the player is able to recharge their stun gun. Right now, you don't really see anything in game. Technically, we had that message down here in the console show, but we want something to be actually in game. So I'm going to go ahead and add in a new text UI element. So right click here on the canvas, and then I'm going to go to UI, and we're going to add in some text. And I'm going to adjust that a little bit. So click on this 2D thing here, and then I'm going to zoom out just enough so we can see this. Control Alt left click drag to move here a little bit. And I'm just going to move this up starting out and move these handles here to the corners and just lock it into place. Then I'm going to go ahead and say best fit here on the text component to make that fit this better. And I'm also going to change the alignment to be centered and centered with those two. Next, I'm going to change this text to say press F to recharge. And let's go ahead and change the color of this a little bit. Let's make it a little bit darker. And I know that's hard to read right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually add on a new component. So I'm going to press new component, and we're going to add on an outline component right here. So I just searched for out, and then outline came up. So add that on here, and then we're going to change the color of the outline. And I'm going to make this a greenish color, so something sort of like that. That's pretty green. So we'll go with that. See, that is pretty readable there. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just turn it off, just like that. Okay, so now the game object is off. What I want to do now, go into the player health and attack script. We're going to make a new variable to house that game object. So public game object, and we're just going to call this, let's call it maybe recharge message. Cool, we got that. Let's go down here, and so we want this message to pop up when we are checking for the recharge and we're looking at it. So right in here. And what I want to do is I want to check to see if it's currently already on. So we're going to say, it's basically the same sort of thing as this here. So we're checking to see if it's not on, which is this line here, then we're going to turn it on. So I say if not, and we called it recharge message dot active self. Then we're going to say recharge message dot set active equals true. So there, we have that. Next thing we want to do is we want to have this message be turned off whenever it doesn't reach here. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm actually going to do that before any of this happens. So at the beginning of this function, if this is on, it's going to turn it off. And it's not going to be turned on unless we're still looking at it here. So basically that should take care of turning it off as soon as we're not looking at it. So similar thing, in fact, I'm just going to go ahead and copy this and we can change it a little bit over here. Instead of the looking to see if it's off, we're going to look to see if it's on, so it's going to take away the not there. So if it's on, then we're going to turn it off. So change the true to a false, and then save that. And let's go back over here, and let's actually go ahead and assign that variable. So since it finishes compiling, we can assign that. Okay, cool. Now let's go down to that script here and assign this text into the recharge message, just like that. And next thing I want to do, just before we go ahead and test this, I want to find our object. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here a little bit, or that's going to take a little while. Press F. I want to go ahead and add on to our stun recharge station. I want to add on a light. So right click on it, and I'm going to go over to the lights. I'm going to add on a point light, and then I'm just going to move this into place. I want to have basically this console area lit up a little bit more. So move this forward this way, and I can't see it very well in here, obviously, because our lighting isn't on. So click the little light toggle so I can see this better. I think that's pretty nice. Let's see what this looks like turned on and off. So, yeah, that'll definitely do. And now before we test this, I'm actually going to fix one more thing. We made a mistake here in the script where we put this check to see if our message is off, then turning it on. It's inside of the this if for checking to see if we're pressing the F key, and we want this to show up before we press the F key because we need to get that message saying, hey, you should press the F key. So I'm going to select this, press Control X to cut it, and then I'm going to paste it in just before that's fine. So right here. So yeah, this is where we're checking to see is the thing that we're looking at, the stun recharge station. That's the if we need to put that inside of, not this one. So it's going to clean this up a little bit here, and we can go ahead and save that. Let's go back over into Unity, and we can test this out, see if it works. Let that compile, and now we can test it. Yep. Okay. Let's go ahead and try this out. And over here, look over at it, and yep, there we go. We can see press F to recharge, and if I shoot a little bit, I can recharge. Yep, everything's working great. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.